Okay, hi guys. For this week we're going to start working on section 5.5, which is solving exponential and logarithmic equations. This week we're just going to work on the exponential ones. We'll do logarithmics next week. So the expressions that you really need are up at the top of the page here. And we are going to be this week looking at equations that are in this format, this exponential format. And so we're going to be rewriting them in logarithmic format and solving for x. So this ties back to sort of what you just did your quiz on Friday, which is why I put that quiz back in there at the end of the week so that you would have some familiarity with this. So for this first problem, for any problem really that looks like this, where you see you have a value raised to an exponent, you really want to first make sure that you know what the base is for that problem. So for the base for that first problem, it's 2. So here, if you look at this logarithmic expression, it's log base 2 of some number equals x. So your answer to the logarithm is the exponent in your exponential equation. So if you rewrite this, which is in this format right now, to look like this, the value on the right is your exponent in this original problem. So the exponent here is x. So that's this x, which is also this x that's here. And then on the right, you're going to write log base b. Well, what is the base? We decided the base was 2 because that's what's sitting there. And then the 7 is the number on the other side. So that's just what we were practicing before. So now you really are almost done with this problem. You have two ways to solve this depending on what kind of calculator you have. If you have one of the smaller blue calculators, you have to use what's called the change of base formula, which is going to be us rewriting this as the log base 10 of 7 over the log base 10 of 2. That's called the change of base formula. So in your calculator, what you're going to do, move that over a little bit, is you're going to use this log button that's right here. This is log base 10. So you're going to type in log of 7, and close your parenthesis, and say that's divided by log of 2. So that's common log of 2, and close that parenthesis. And your answer will be 2.81. And that's what you need to do if you have one of these small blue calculators. If you have a graphing calculator, there's a little bit of an easier way to get around it. Just depends on what kind of calculator you have. So if we have a graphing calculator, you can do it this way, but you can also just type this right in, where you would go and hit your math button, and then you arrow down to where it says log base, which for me is choice A. And then you'll see that it pops in. It looks just like this. So you can make that log base 2, and then you do it right arrow, and you type a 7 in, and a right arrow again, and enter. And it gives you the same answer, 2.81. You can also do the same thing on this calculator that we did on the small blue calculator, which is us just using the log button. Oh, sorry, the LOG, sorry. LOG button, log of 7 divided by log of 2. You could also do that. It comes up with the same answer. So whichever way you would like to do it is fine. Okay. So this one down here, I'll jump down here, is also very simple. It's base 4. And our answer is always up here in the exponent, so we're going to start there. And then again, we're rewriting using this up here. So we're doing log base something. So what's our base? It's 4. So it's going to be log base 4 of 15. And I'll show you with the calculator again. We're going to do that change of base formula here. And it's going to be LOG of 15 over LOG of 4. So again, if you have the small blue calculator, you're going to hit your log button, put a 15 in there, close your parenthesis, divided by log button 4, close your parenthesis. And your answer is 1.953. Okay? Again, if you have the larger calculator, you just want to hit your math button, which is right here below the alpha. Go down until you see log base. In mine, it's letter A. Enter, and it's going to look just like this. So it's log base 4 of 15. And hit enter. It's 1.953. So you get the same answer. I just wanted to show you with the two different calculators what that looks like. Okay, so those are the easier problems. Let me do two that are a little bit more involved. So here we have, you see, a little extra work going on here because this quantity is not by itself. There's a +4 here that we need to deal with, whereas over here we didn't have that issue. So the first thing we want to do is decide what the base is. It's 10 because that's what's down here. So the first thing we're going to do is move this 4 to the other side using subtraction. So we're going to leave this as 10 to the 2x minus 3 equals 17, because 21 minus 4 is 17. And then we're kind of looking similar to how we looked over here. So again, your exponent always comes down by itself. That's kind of your answer to the problem. And then you're going to write just like this. What's our log? Log base b. What's our base? It's 10. So you can write the 10 there. You don't need to, but you can if you want to. And then the 17 gets filled in there. And so now we have 2x minus 3. So if you have one of the older calculators or the small calculator, you can do that. Log 17 over log 10. I'll show that one more time. So we're doing log 17 divided by log 10. And we get 1.23. And then from there, it's just algebra 1. You're going to move that 3 over. And then you're going to divide by 2. There's your answer for that one. Okay, then we'll do one more like that. So again, this one is similar to part B because it's got some extra work involved here. First thing you want to do is write down what your base is. The base is 5 because that's what's here with the exponent on it. We're first going to move this 3 over here. So we get 5 to the x plus 2 equals 22. Now we're going to say, okay, we know this is always the answer, because from up here, this is always the answer to the logarithm. So we're going to have x plus 2 equals log base. So I'm up here now. Log base. What's our base? Our base is 5. So we're going to have log base 5 of 22. There's our 22 coming down from there. So now we have x plus 2 equals log of 22 over log of 5. Again, if you have one of the smaller blue calculators, I'm going to come right here again. Log 22 divided by log of 5. And that gets you to 1.921. And then our last step here is just to subtract this 2. So we're going to move the 2 over here. We're going to get a negative answers on this one. Negative 0.079. Okay. So that is the end of the example problems that I wanted to do with you. You now have a worksheet to work on in Canvas that has 10 problems on it. I urge you to give that a try before Wednesday. I will also post an answer key for that as well, so you can take a look at that. And then Wednesday I'm going to show you how to solve exponential equations in a different way. They're a little bit of a different type of technique that we're going to do for those types of problems. So you can watch this anytime and watch it again if you need to. Please reach out to me if you need any help. Thanks, guys.